Welcome back, students. Now we will discuss some more important questions from ratio and proportion, like question number 9. If a square plus b square over ab equals to 25 by 12, find the value of a cube plus b cube over a cube minus b cube. Okay, so this is a known quantity and this is given. So if you think about the relationship between a square plus b square and ab, so anything come in your mind when you discuss about the relationship between a square plus b square upon ab? So think about it. Which of the identity, algebraic expression, algebraic formula comes in your mind? So if you think about the relationship between a square plus b square and ab, the first formula which comes in your mind is the formula for a square plus b square plus 2ab, which is equal to a plus b whole square. This we have not to write. I am giving you hint for this question. And this is a minus b whole square. So what should we do to bring this to AB? We will multiply the denominator by 2, or we can say that we are multiplying both the sides of this identity by half. So if you multiply a square plus b square upon ab into half, half means 1 by 2. 2 will be multiplied to the denominator and 2 will be multiplied to denominator of right hand side also. So we write the reason: multiplying both sides by half, 1 by 2. So if 1 by 2 is multiplied to left hand side, 2 goes to the denominator 2ab, it makes the ab to 2ab, and in right hand side 12 to the 24. Now if we use componendo and dividendo, that if a by b equals to c by d, it implies a plus b upon a minus b equals to c plus d upon c minus d. So in this, value of a means numerator is a square plus b square, and value of b, that is denominator, is 2ab. So we write a square plus b square plus 2ab over a square plus b square minus 2ab equals to c by d. So c plus d over c minus d. It implies the numerator becomes a plus b whole square over denominator becomes a minus b whole square equals to 49. 25 plus 24, 49 upon 25 minus 24 is 1. Now taking square root both sides, we get a plus b upon a minus b equals to 7 by 1, or we can write plus minus 7 by 1. So case 1, as now we have to find a cube plus b cube over a cube minus b cube. So how to bring it from a plus b upon a minus b? So first of all, we use case 1, a plus b upon a minus b equals to only 7 by 1, not minus 7 by 1. In second case, we will do it by solving minus 7, by substituting minus 7. Now using componendo and dividendo again. Using componendo and dividendo again. In the numerator, a, value of a is a plus b over A minus B equals to C plus D over C minus D. It implies A plus A, 2A, B cancelled out. Over denominator, A minus A cancelled out, B minus minus B. 2B equals to 7 plus 1, 8 over 7 minus 1, 6. 2 cancelled out. It implies A by B equals to 4 by 3. As we have to bring A cube plus B cube, cubing both sides, we get A cube by B cube equals to 4 cube upon 3 cube. That is 64 by 27 on cubing both sides. And then using componendo and dividendo again, we get the result A cube plus B cube over A cube minus B cube equals to 64 plus 27 over 64 minus 27. That is A cube plus B cube over A cube minus B cube equals to 64 plus 27, 91 over 64 minus 27, 37, which is the answer. Similarly, in case 2, when we take A plus B upon A minus B equals to minus 7 by 1, it will give on componendo and dividendo. I am this time writing directly 2A by 2B equals to minus 7 plus 1 minus 6 over minus 7 minus 1 minus 8. So 2 to the cancelled out. It is 3 by 4. And on cubing, it becomes 27 by 64. And using componendo and dividendo, this is given only for the hint. You have to solve it with proper way. 27 plus 64, 91 upon minus 37 will be the answer. If we take A plus B upon A minus B equals to minus 7 by 1. Hope you all must have understood this. Isn't it clear? So now we will discuss question number 10. Almost the question of the same type. Given that x to the power 4 plus 5 y to the power 4 over x to the power 4 minus 5y to the power 4 equals to 161 by 1. And we have to find 5x square plus 3y square. So first of all, what we have to find, you write it right in this line, 5x square plus 3y square over 5x square minus 3y square. Okay. So now use componendo and dividendo first. X to the power 4 plus 5y to the power 4 plus x to the power 4 minus 5y to the power 4 over in the denominator x to the power 4 plus 5y to the power 4 minus x to the power 4 minus 5y to the power 4 equals to 161 plus 1 over 161 minus 1. Always write the property using componendo and dividendo. We know that when A by B equals C by D, it implies A plus B upon A minus B equals to C plus D upon C minus D. So in the numerator, we are observing that 5y to the power 4 will be cancelled out. X to the power 4 plus x to the power 4 will be 2x to the power 4. In the denominator, x to the power 4 cancelled out. 5y to the power 4 plus 5y to the power 4 equals to 10y to the power 4. 161 plus 1, 162 over 161 minus 1 is 160. It implies 2 5s are 10. So x to the power 4 upon 5y to the power 4 equals to, it is also divisible by 2, 81 by 80. And transfer this 5 to the right hand side. So it goes to the numerator. and 80 will be cancelled out from 5. So 81 over 5 16s are 80. So we can write x to the power 4 upon y to the power 4 equals to 3 to the power 4 is 81 over 2 to the power 4. Taking fourth root both sides, we get x by y equals to plus minus 3 by 2. It implies x square by y square, as we have to bring 5x square plus 3y square equals to 9 by 4. So again that plus minus will be removed, and 5 with x square and 3 with y square. So 5x, so we multiply by 5 by 3 both side. 5 by 3 into 9 by 4. Multiply 5 by 3 both sides. Okay, so it implies 5x square upon 3y square equals to 5 3 ja 15 upon 4. And next line using componendo and dividendo again, 5x square plus 3y square. This is what we have to find over 5x square minus 3y square equals to 15 plus 4 over 15 minus 4. That is 19 by 11, which is the answer. Is that clear to everyone? Hope you all must have understood this. Wait, there is an important point. Means we have to prove that if b plus c minus a over y plus z minus x equals to c plus a minus b over z plus x minus y equals to a plus b minus c over x plus y minus z, then prove that each of the ratios, means these three ratio, is equal to x by a. Means b plus c minus a upon y plus z minus x equals to x by a. C plus a minus b over z plus x minus y equals to x by a. A plus b minus c over x plus y minus z equals to x by a. And not only x by a, they are also equal to y by b, and they are also equal to z by c. So remember one more property about the ratios. This is the property of ratio, that if three ratios are given, if three ratios are given equal to each other, like if P by Q equals to M by N equals to R by S, And if we assume that equals to k, then this k will be equals to sum of antecedents over sum of consequents. So first of all, write this property in your notebook. K equals to sum of antecedents upon sum of consequents. Means what? It means that all the antecedents, we don't say them numerators. In the ratio, they are antecedents which are in place of numerator, and the terms which are in place of denominator are the consequents. So if we add the antecedents, they are P plus M plus R over consequents are Q plus N plus S. So this property will be used in solving this question. Very important property. Sum of antecedents upon sum of consequents equals to, it means what? We have assumed that k equals to p by q, means this p plus m plus r upon q plus n by plus s equals to p by q, as k equals to p by q, equals to m by n as k equals to m by n, equals to r by s as k equals to r by s, this thing. So this is also one of the most important property of ratios. Now if we assume that the thing given in question is equal to k, b plus c minus a over y plus z minus x equals to k, c plus a minus b over z plus x minus y equals to k, a plus b minus c over x plus y minus z equals to k, means we have to prove that this k equals to x by a, this k equals to y by b, and this k equals to z by c. So what should we do now? Clearly, we will use the property that k equals to sum of antecedents upon sum of consequents. So from question, now we start solving the question. So k equals to, as we have assumed that it is k. So right, say means let's assume. So k equals to sum of antecedents. First antecedent is b plus c minus a. Second is c plus a minus b. Third is a plus b minus c. Over denominator is y plus z minus x plus z plus x minus y plus x plus y minus z. So in the numerator, b cancelled out. One more b is also there. So first of all, we write b. Then c plus c, 2c minus c. C plus c, 2c minus c equals to c. So it is plus c then. Minus a plus a cancelled out. The next line is plus a over the denominator. Y minus y cancelled out, plus y. So y will be there. Z plus z, 2z minus z. It is z. Again, minus x plus x cancelled out. So last term is again x. And if we rearrange them, a plus b plus c over x plus y plus z equals to k will be there. Okay. So k equals to a plus b plus c upon x plus y plus z. Now if we cross multiply it, and remember these terms are also given, b plus c minus a upon y plus z minus x is also k. C plus a minus b over z plus x minus y is also equal to k. A plus b minus c over x plus y minus z is also equal to k. And one more thing, we have proved that a plus b plus c over x plus y plus z is also equal to k. So what should we do now? So first of all, we will compare Means first of all, we will cross multiply it to get a plus b plus c equals to k into x plus y plus z and leave it by writing equation number 1. Similarly, in the first ratio, b plus c minus a upon y plus z minus x, it is also k. So we compare it also with k and cross multiply it. B plus c minus a over y plus z minus x equals to k. On cross multiplying, it will give b plus c minus a equals to k into y plus z minus x and take it as equation number 2. And if we subtract equation number 2 from equation number 1, what will we get? Subtracting equation 2 from equation 1, we get equation 1, a plus b plus c equals to kx plus ky plus kz. We have multiplied this k to all the three terms. Similarly, in this, if we write them in order, it is b plus c and minus a will be the first term then. Means minus a plus b plus c. In place of b plus c minus a, we can also write minus a plus b plus c equals to, open the bracket, k into minus x is minus kx plus k into y is ky plus kz. And on subtracting, minus minus plus minus minus. So a plus a, 2a will be there, b minus b will be cancelled out, c minus c will be cancelled out. Next line. In this also, sign will be changed. Plus minus minus. So kx plus kx will be 2kx, ky minus ky cancelled out, kz minus kz cancelled out, 2 is also cancelled out. So a equals to kx. It implies a by x equals to k. Okay. This time, each of the ratio is not equal to x by a equals to y by b equals z by c. Instead, it must be a by x equals to y by b equals to z by c. Yes, we have to prove this only. No. It is x by a equals y by b equals z by c in the question. So we have to make a correction in this actually. It means it must be a by x equals b by y equals c by z. To make correction in this question also, we have made a correction. So some questions are misprinted in this sheet. So make correction in that. Means a by x equals to k. Again, if we write it as equation number 3. Now, comparing the second ratio, c plus a minus b over z plus x minus y equals to k, and cross multiplying c plus a minus b over z plus x minus y equals to k, and cross multiplying, we again get c plus a minus y b equals to k into z plus x minus y. Take it as equation number 4 and subtract equation number 1 from it. C plus a plus b in place of a plus b plus c. We can write it c plus a plus b equals to k into z plus x plus y. So when we subtract it, minus, 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 minus. No problem in subtracting this one also. If we subtract 1 from 4, we will get directly the positive terms. In this, minus will be cancelled out from both sides after getting the result. CC cancelled out, a minus a cancelled out, minus b, it will be minus 2b. K into z cancelled out, xx cancelled out, minus y, minus 2y, minus 2 is also cancelled out from both sides. So b equals to ky. It implies k equals to b by y. Similarly, in third, if we form the equation, so I am now leaving it for you as a practice. So k will be c by z. And initially we have assumed that this k equals to b plus c minus a over y plus z minus x equals to c plus a minus b over z plus x minus y equals to a plus b minus c over x plus y minus z. And it is equal to finally a by x equals y by b, b by y equals z by c. A by x equals to b by y equals to c by z. Hence proof. So we write once more, which we have to prove b plus c minus a over y plus z minus x equals to c plus a minus b over z plus x minus y equals to a plus b minus c over x plus y minus z equals to a by x equals to b by y equals to c by z. Hence proved. Understood, everyone? So this is the solution of question number 12 from our sheet. Similarly, we can prove, I think question number 14, you will prove yourself with the same method. Taking k equals to this term, then it becomes, it can be solved in this place only. K equals to, when we add them, ay minus bx plus cx minus az plus bz minus cx. So there are three terms having x, bx, cx, no, only two terms having x and two terms having y. What are the two terms? So how will you prove it? In place of this, it is not giving it directly this time. So we will discuss it in next session, but first try it yourself. Similarly, in question number 15 also, you have to try it yourself. First try, then we will discuss them in next session. Okay. Question number 17. In this also, x plus y plus z into a square plus b square plus c square, we have to make a correction. It must be equals to in between. All these will be solved with the same methods. When we take these three ratios equals to k, then k equals to sum of antecedents upon sum of consequents. So first you have to think about them. And similarly in question number 18 also, we have to do the same. When we take it equals to k, then again take the sum of antecedents upon sum of consequents equals to k, or by otherwise also you can prove it if you can. Means not only the use of k equals to sum of antecedents upon sum of consequents, but you should use the other methods also. They are obtained by the combination of these. Okay. So hope you all must have understood what is the method of this k equals to sum of antecedents upon sum of consequents. So I am ending today's session, this session only, and we will further discuss it in next session.